Well, it's that time of year again. Pumpkin spice lattes are back, spirit Halloweens are popping up on every corner, and gay men around the world are throwing watch parties for Hocus Pocus 2. But have you ever wondered why gay people love Hocus Pocus so much? I mean, the movie itself is kinda not good, right? The plot is flimsy, the dialogue is weird and cringy.
Oh, come on, it's just a bunch of hocus pocus.
And overall, it just doesn't really make any sense. Like, why does the 300-year-old witch's house have a modern sprinkler system? How did a vacuum cleaner get in their closet? And what hair products does the zombie use to get all that volume? Also, how does he even have hair? But goddamn if I don't watch it every year and love every second of it. And it's not just me. Ask any gay person you know what their favorite Halloween movie is, and 9 times out of 10, they'll say Hocus Pocus.
It's from Hocus Pocus. It's my favorite movie.
Oh, okay.
You can go to any gay bar in October, and there will be a Hocus Pocus themed drag show going on. I know multiple gay men personally who own black cats named Binks, and there's countless blog posts and op-eds that call Hocus Pocus an iconic queer movie, even though there is zero queer representation in it whatsoever. So I've taken it upon myself to do a deep dive into this topic and try to figure out once and for all, why do gay people love Hocus Pocus so much? Before we begin, I want to acknowledge that, yes, I realize this is generalizing and stereotyping gay people. This video is just for fun. I know that not all gay people love Hocus Pocus, alright? So before you leave a comment telling me about how cool and different you are, just know that I don't care. Also, this video won't spoil the ending of Hocus Pocus 2, so if you haven't convinced a friend to give you their Disney Plus password yet, don't worry, you can keep watching. So I don't believe that the statement, gay people are obsessed with the movie Hocus Pocus, is as accurate as saying, gay people are obsessed with the Sanderson sisters. Gays aren't out here praising the movie for the plot or the cinematography. We just like to quote the sisters' sassy one-liners and dress up as them for Halloween and sing I Put a Spell on You at karaoke. The movie itself is fine, but it's really the Sanderson sisters that elevate it to gay icon status. And who better to bring those characters to life than 3 real-life gay icons? Bette Midler has of course been a huge gay icon since the beginning of her career when she got her start performing in a gay bathhouse, earning her the nickname Bathhouse Betty. Keep in mind, this was in New York in 1970, just 1 year after the Stonewall riots occurred. Police were still actively raiding gay spaces and arresting their patrons, so that was a pretty big deal. She said in one interview, "I'm still proud of those days. I feel like I was at the forefront of the gay liberation movement, and I hope I did my part to help it move forward. So I kind of wear the label of Bathhouse Betty with pride." But more than anything, Bette is beloved for her diva attitude.
Last time I came, I didn't win a thing. And I had a new dress for it, and I was extremely pissed.
Her raunchy humor.
Sometimes I like to go to the doctor myself. There's nothing wrong with me. I just enjoy the stirrups.
And just being a powerhouse of talent.
Oh, and I adore your accent.
Oh, thanks. I owe it all to Queens.
Same with me in my career.
Kathy Najimy is also a gay icon in her own right, best known for her roles as Sister Mary Patrick in Sister Act and as the voice of Peggy Hill, who you might not expect to be a gay icon, but...
And he said to me, "Peggy, I think I might be gay."
Did you fix him?
Oh, no, Luann. He was not broken. Just gay.
Also, fun fact, she played the mom in Single All the Way, which was Netflix's first ever gay Christmas movie. She's also been an outspoken activist of LGBT rights and HIV/AIDS awareness and prevention since the 1980s, and was even honored with the Howard Ashman Award by the Gay Men's Health Crisis for her decades of activism, so yeah, she deserves a ton of respect. And of course, there's Sarah Jessica Parker, who played Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City, which, come on, need I say more?
It's New York. Everybody's insane.
You slept with him, didn't you?
Yes.
Like her co-stars, she also started out as a musical theater performer, making her Broadway debut at age 11, and making her film debut in Footloose. So, if you take 3 musical theater divas and put them in a movie directed by this guy, who at the time just finished directing Newsies, which is perhaps the gayest of all musicals, it's no surprise that the end result was a campy cult classic that gay people feel a strong connection to. Now, it's not just the actresses that brought these characters to life, it's also the costumes that make them so memorable. The over-the-top, campy, and glamorous aesthetic is really the secret sauce of this movie. Do you think anyone would remember it if the Sanderson sisters were in black dresses and flat wigs? I mean, maybe. We did Stan Coven, okay, but the point remains. The characters also have some great one-liners, which are especially memorable because of the delivery.
Another glorious morning. makes me sick.
There's also some fun, risque humor in the movie that's just innocuous enough to keep it PG, but dirty enough for an adult to be like, oh, I never got that as a kid.
We desire
Children.
Hey, that may take me a couple of tries, but I don't think that'd be a problem.
And then there's Sarah Jessica Parker being totally boy crazy, which is like, girl, same.
Boys will love me.
And who could forget the most iconic scene in the entire movie, the impromptu musical number where they inexplicably burst into song and perform I Put a Spell on You. Does it make any sense? Absolutely not. But it's fierce, and it's Bette Midler, so at the end of the day, that's all the gays want. And Kenny Ortega knows this better than anyone. In High School Musical, the first non-diegetic musical number doesn't happen until 20 minutes in, and it's extremely jarring. But that doesn't mean gay people won't go on an hour-long tangent about how it's one of the most iconic movies ever created, and how Sharpay was actually the victim of the story and not the villain, because all she wanted was the lead role in the musical, which she deserved because she was the most talented, and she had dedicated the most time and effort into the theater department, which would be nothing without her. And I am off on a tangent, just like I said it would be. Alright, gotta focus. The I Put a Spell on You number is just pure camp, over-the-top musical theater fun with a spooky twist. I mean, what's not to love? Combine that with the fact it's performed by 3 gay icons who are basically in drag, and it's in a Halloween movie, so there's a reason to watch it at least once every year, then it's no wonder it developed such a huge cult following within the LGBT community. And this is even acknowledged in Hocus Pocus 2. There are definitely a few moments in the movie that feel like an Easter egg for the gay fans. I mean, there's literally a shot of a gay couple watching the original Hocus Pocus. Of course, in true Disney fashion, it is a blink and you'll miss it scene that can easily be chopped down for international markets, but hey. Another big W for the gays was the inclusion of drag queens in the Sanderson Sisters lookalike contest.
Not just to me, but to the queer community, the drag community has really embraced the original Hocus Pocus.
We got to see cameos from Ginger Minge, Cornbread, and Kimora Hall.
And none for
Simone.
5.
And of course, they gave us another iconic musical number in The Witches Are Back, a parody of The Bitches Back by this guy. So it was nice to see some LGBT representation in the sequel, and also any representation at all. Now there are plenty of other reasons that Hocus Pocus became such a cult classic. Obviously, being a Disney movie gives it a built-in audience of die-hard fans that will eat up anything Disney does. And I'm sure nostalgia plays a huge factor too. This movie is quintessential 90s. Everything from the janky special effects to Omri Katz's hair. Watching this movie feels like being a kid on Halloween again, whether you grew up in the 90s or not. It has a certain, dare I say, magic to it that once you get sucked into, you don't mind all of the cheesy, bad parts of the movie. In fact, it only adds to the charm. It's just a fun, campy, feel-good time. And in a time when it feels like the world is on fire and the news cycle is just bleak and depressing, sometimes you just want to feel good. So in conclusion, why do gay people love Hocus Pocus so much? Well, why the f*** wouldn't we? Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you sticking around to the end. I haven't made a video in quite a while, and this is a brand new format for me, but I had a lot of fun making it, so be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more gay bullshit. And if you've made it this far, leave a comment with your favorite quote from Hocus Pocus, or from the sequel. And that's it.